What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I would like to tell you about, and I feel extremely confident saying this, the rarest and most expensive Digimon card we have seen to date. And no, I do not think it is even remotely even a tiny bit close. Now, some of you may have seen images over the past few days floating around the internet, but I would like to tell you everything we know about this new Digimon. You see, recently, the official Twitter account over in Japan went and tweeted out this image. And this got a lot of people very excited. And they put special news, this is Google translated. The 6th booster pack Double Diamond releases on the 28th of May, and it includes a special Ominimon, that's what they call Omnimon in Japan, to commemorate the first anniversary of the birth of the Digimon card game. The sample has arrived, so I will publish it as soon as possible. And basically, there is a super duper hyper mega rare of Omnimon, which is going to be in this particular set. What do we know about it? Surprisingly little. Now, there are two things we really want to know about this card, and those are how rare is it and how much is it actually worth? Well, in terms of how rare it is, the answer is we don't know. We have absolutely no idea, and that is because there's been no ratios that have actually gone and been published. We just don't know at this stage. Hopefully at some point in the future we will, but as it stands at the moment we don't know. Now, I have done a whole bunch of digging, and like I say, we don't actually know. So everything I'm telling you, all of my predictions, assumptions, whatever, all have to be taken with a fairly hefty pinch of salt. But I have heard generally somewhere around 10 to 20 cases. Now, a case contains 12 booster boxes. So if it's 1 in 10 cases, you are talking about 1 in 120 boxes, which means if you buy an entire box of this set, you have a 0.83% chance of actually pulling this particular Omnimon. Now, if it's 1 in 20 cases, which does seem a little bit too high, then you're talking 1 in 240 boxes, which would give you a 4.2 chance. Excuse me, a 0.42 chance of actually pulling it from a case. What I'm saying is this, again, we don't have actual numbers here. All I can do is suppose based on the rumors that I'm seeing, but it seems like, I think it's fair to say, about a 1% chance or less of pulling this from a box. That makes it extremely rare. Now, over on my other channel, PTCG Radio, we've been talking about EV Heroes lately. And EV Heroes is a very, 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 very popular set, which is being scalped to high heaven. It has gotten to the point where even if you live in Japan, you know, it went on sale last Friday. By now, there is no sealed product around. You can't find sealed product. But the real chase card in that particular set is the alternate art Umbreon V Max, which incidentally is one of the most beautiful Pokemon cards we've ever seen, and I will not be swayed from this opinion. And the predictions that I have heard there are that you get about a 1.5% chance of pulling that from a box. And one of the figures I've got here in terms of an estimation of value, this is what one of the shops is selling it for, and again, it's one shop, take it with a slight pinch of salt, but that is 69,800 yen. Now, if we put that into currencies, the majority of the people watching are going to be able to understand a little bit better, because I know that most of my viewers here are not actually Japanese, although to any Japanese viewers watching, hello. And 69,800 yen generally equates to about $640 or about £450. It's an awful lot of money. Omnimon blows this out of the water. Now, if I go on to Mercari now, that is basically an online place to buy stuff that Japan tends to use quite a bit. There is an Omnimon here, which is currently listed for 177,777 yen. One of the things that I very much enjoy about these Japanese listings, they usually have these kind of numbers just repeated like this. I don't know why, it amuses me greatly. I enjoy all of the sevens. Now that comes out at about $1,600 or about £1,150. That is a $1,600 card. That is a ridiculous, huge amount of money. Now, given that Umbreon gives you about a 1.5% chance of actually pulling it, and it is just under half of the price of this, that does work about. You know, about a 0.8% chance of pulling it from a box. That works. So about 1 in 120 boxes, going by the price, and again, this is an extremely unscientific method, let's be clear, but putting it at about 1 in 10 cases or 1 in 120 box or a 0.8% chance of actually pulling it from a box, that kind of works. It is the first time we have gotten a proper chase card in the Digimon TCG. We've had super rares and secret rares, and we've even had alternate art secret rares. And we've even had playable alternate art secret rares. I mean, certainly when Omnimon initially came out, back in BT1 for Japan, Booster 1.0 for us, we saw that Omnimon, now remember, Omnimon was a super rare, not a secret rare, but the alternate art of that was kind of a $150-ish card. It's been there or thereabouts. This isn't even close, ladies and gentlemen. This is like 10 times that. This is a Digimon TCG chase card / valuable card, the likes of which we have never seen. Now, one of the questions I then get here is, well, are they going to do this again? Are we going to get a repeat of this? And I don't think for a little while. Now, there are several reasons I don't think they're going to keep doing this. One of them is the fact that they specifically mention it is to celebrate the first anniversary of the game. So they want to do something really special that they don't generally do. Another reason here is that they have gone for Omnimon, which it's kind of hard to explain my thinking here, so I'll do my very best. But essentially, it's a case of, look, we have chosen one card from a while ago, from the first set, you know, really the most iconic card, and we have gone and reprinted just that one. And as it stands at the moment, you know, the iconic Digimon TCG card is this Omnimon as it stands at the moment. So I don't think this is something they're going to make a habit of. I don't think we're going to have one of these in every set. I could be wrong. I have nothing but, you know, I have no real strong reason to think this. I've got supposition based on how they've announced this and how they've done this. But we don't actually know. Like I say, this is very much prediction on my part. What I can tell you is, this is not a card that is going to lose value. Unless they make this available in some other way, or unless it is actually a lot less rare than we think, this is going to be a hyper expensive card. If we're talking 1 in 120 boxes, this is not a card that is going to go down. This is going to remain a grail card for the Digimon TCG. Will it appear over here? I mean, look, as it stands at the moment from Great Legend on, we are copying Japanese sets. We are having the same cards as them, with the same rarity breakdown, same artwork. And sure, our packs are bigger than Japan. That's pretty standard. We tend to have larger packs than Japan. But other than that, they're the same. And for that reason, I don't see why we wouldn't have this. I'm not entirely sure why we wouldn't copy them, because that's kind of what we do, yeah? We follow the Japanese releases, so I would imagine we would get that here. Is it going to be as valuable here? Well, again, it depends on what they put the pull rate as. If the pull rate remains 1 in 120 boxes, oh yeah, this is going to be a grail card. This is going to be the kind of card where you pull and you go and get it graded and you wait 10 years, and if this game is still around in 10 years' time, this card is going to be worth an absurd amount of money. Do remember, of course, that no TCG is guaranteed success. The Digimon TCG, I'm going to do a video about this when I get a bit more time. The Digimon TCG is doing brilliantly at the moment. It is absolutely crushing. I keep seeing people heralding the end of the game. The end of the game is nowhere near. The most important thing in terms of keeping the game alive is sales. It is selling like absolute hotcakes, to use a very British expression. But my point is, if this game lasts, this will be a stupid expensive card. I don't know if it's the only one they're going to do, at least in the short term, but I think it is. I don't know if it's going to come out in our booster boxes over here, but again, I would think it very, very likely that it is, although again, no guarantee. It is interesting to note that we can now have a playset of different artwork for the Omnimon, because we did get the regular Omnimon, we got the alternate art Omnimon, and then, of course, we got the trophy card over in Japan, which still no word of that in terms of an English release. It's something we're going to have to wait for. But there are now 4 different artworks of this card. So if you are extremely rich, you can actually play an Omnimon deck with 4 different artworks. Doesn't that sound a little bit fun? So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Very expensive card, very valuable card, very rare card. And when I call it the rarest, most expensive, most valuable, most sought after, whatever card, there is not even the slightest hint of a drop of hyperbole there. This card is a little bit nuts. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.